What is up, Flop? Vengence here, and welcome to a rather serious video. It's a video that I make out of necessity of clearing the air, not because I actually want to make this video. This is going to be a serious video with some topics that are not for the younger audience. So if you are under the age 18 or you're a parent and you got kids listening, exit out of this video. If you're a parent, adult, you want to watch this later after kiddos go to bed, or put some headphones in, albeit, but don't watch this with little ones around, because this is going to contain some heavy topics that we need to talk about here on the channel. The first of which is, I was a friend of someone by the name of Redline Gamer. You also may know him as Tyler Harmon Gaming, Tyler, all those different aliases he's used since joining the Outcast posse and hanging out with us. I say was because when he got the boot in December of, or it was in the early 2023, it wasn't in December. The incident that caused him to be booted from the group happened in December. Since that point in time, I haven't trusted him, and up until June of this year, I had not had any conversations with him, there's a very good reason for that. And I've debated myself about publicly addressing why he's no longer in the group. Him and myself are no longer friends. I've thought about talking about it before this point, but I didn't feel the need to. If he wanted to address it, I'd let him address it, but he no longer has that ability. And I feel like after what was it, Tuesday, I feel like I personally need to address it, because it's some serious stuff. So let's start off with December of 2022. Now, if those of you who've been watching since then know, we made a lot of fun of Tyler's trip to Buffalo, New York, for around that Christmas time. It was December of 2022. I couldn't tell you the exact date, but it was around Christmas time. He made a weekend trip up to Buffalo, New York. Now, where the posse stands on what we know, when I say that, it's from a group Snapchat that we had. He went to Buffalo to meet a female. We were under the impression that she was over the age of 18, and they had met through one of the video chat. I'm not 100% certain which one. One of the video chatting sites that he frequented. And he had sent us a picture of her that was, she was fully clothed. It was them getting ready to go to breakfast, and from the time he sent me that picture, I was like, something's not right here. Something's not right here. And you know, we joked it off and said, oh, she looks disappointed, and he's going on and on and on. Now, knowing what I know, I wish that I would have just left that chat to begin with. So when he sent us the picture, she had a ton of makeup on, and I was like, she's either just 18 or he's not being honest with us whatsoever. Later, after he had returned from Buffalo, I learned of her name, and I started Googling. And within, I'd say, 15 minutes of Googling this person, I realized that she wasn't 18. Just visiting her Facebook profile alone could tell you that she wasn't 18 years old. And I confronted him because I had ended up finding she was part of a sports team for her high school, and she was junior varsity, or not junior varsity. What's the one below it? Anyway, I from that information, I concluded that she was in between the ages of 14 and 16, and I confronted him about it because Tyler at the time was 23, I believe. So that is a serious crime. That is a crime. In my opinion, that is a serious crime. Because it's disgusting. It's pedophilia at by definition. And I confronted him about it. And I was like, she's in between ages of 14 to 16. There's no way you're going to tell me she's not. I'm looking at the proof right here. And he said he was on the understanding she had just turned 17. So that's lie number one in that whole scenario. She had just turned 17. Or he was under the impression she was 18. He confronted her. He said she had just turned 17. So that was lie number one when he told me she was 17. 17 makes it a little bit better, but not a whole lot better, because at 17, I believe that's past the age of consent. And I was like, it's still scummy. And if it was my daughter, you know, you would have never left Buffalo, New York. And well, unless parents sent you back home in a body bag. So I made it somewhat better to the point where we tried to move past it, but it ate at me and gnawed at me, because there's been past issues with Tyler, and I don't believe we ever got the full truth on it, and I felt like this was very much the same thing. And when I confronted him again about it, you know, he pretty much stuck to his guns, and I was like, I just can't, as a father, I can't be around you anymore. And I think it was mid-February, I believe, when we kicked him out of the group. And that was it. That was done for me. The day he was banned from the Discord was the day that I unfollowed him on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, unfriended him on Facebook, all that. I unfriended him everything. I left all group chats that we were in, and I was done. That was it. And from February 2023 until June of 2024, I had no contact with Tyler whatsoever, because I didn't condone what he did. And he was somehow under the understanding that it was because of DOJ, which was part of the issue, because with this issue now, I still stick to my guns, that is a breeding ground for predators, and they hide it pretty well. So after confronting him, he knew of her age, and all that. So he reached out to me in June of 2024 and asked if he would be allowed to come back, slowly rejoin us, and you start off by just hopping into the farm sim server and farming. And that's when I really aired out what my grievances were. And he had confessed that he was currently had 2 charges against him for the possession of a certain type of material. I'm not going to say it here, but the initials are CP, and that extends from him having material from their relationship. And that's all he told me about. And I even asked him if there was anything else that was going to come out, and he said no, that was it, and that the relationship was over and all this other stuff. And I took what he had told me to JT and PJs, and we all discussed it and said that's just not someone we want to be associated with. And we all come to the decision that he is not welcome back whatsoever. I felt bad for the kid at that point, because in my mind, I try to justify it that Tyler is very much treated as a kid. In our group, he was treated as a kid. He still lived at home with his mother. He didn't really have any responsibilities. His work very much treated him as a kid. He was like one of the 12-year-olds in the DOJ. If you ever watched some of his streams when he's playing with them, he was one of them. And I tried to reason in my mind that, you know, maybe he just didn't know it was in the wrong. Maybe he just didn't know. And I felt bad at that point for that kid, because it was, like I said, it was just the one. I'm not trying to defend him now. Don't get me wrong. I am not trying to defend him now. He is indefensible. He's just. But at that time, I felt bad for the kid, and I talked to him and let him know that, you know, if he needed someone to talk to, just, you know, let me know, because I felt bad for him that, you know, maybe he probably just lost everything because of that. And during that time, he tried to downplay it, that, you know, he still believed that she was 17 years old and all this other stuff, and that she, you know, her parents found out about their relationship, and she freaked out, and that's why the police got involved, because she went to the police, and all this other stuff. And then after a couple of days of back and forth, that was it. I wasn't talking to him anymore, but I kept up with his trial, because I wanted to see what the outcome was, to see what exactly was going to happen with the whole situation. And then Tuesday, I got confirmation that he was not telling us the truth whatsoever yet again. Throughout this whole process, he had lied to us, myself and JT, who thought he was we considered him a little brother to us. What a lot of people don't know is I sent Tyler Christmas gifts each year. It was kind of our tradition. Like, I considered him to very much be a little brother, and he lied to myself and JT throughout the whole thing. And it came out that he was arrested on the October 15th and being held in jail while he awaited extradition back to New York, where he's facing 27 charges, including 5 counts of, I'm not quite sure what this charge is, sexually motivated felony, and then 9 cases of rap with an E. I'll put it that way. And I was like, that's the nail in the coffin. That is 100% the nail in the coffin. Not only for him, but for any sort of redeeming he had whatsoever. Because that was everything I read there proved to me that it was a lie. He not only did they find out he was lying the whole time about the 17. They found conversations between the two of them. He said that their age was never really brought up and all this stuff, but yet they found numerous conversations where they were talking about her age, and he was well aware of her age, and that made me sick. The whole thing makes me sick to know that I genuinely cared for a person that can do something so heinous. And I want to make this video to discuss why Tyler's not around anymore, why he's never welcome to be around anymore, and why you really shouldn't support him in anything he does now or in the future, because he is a pedophile. For all intents and purposes, that is what he is, and that's what he will forever be in my mind, and I'm pretty sure that's what he will forever be in the rest of the Pousy's mind. So, yeah, I just wanted to get that off my chest. Like I said, I debated myself numerous times about whether to address this publicly or whether to ignore it, what have you. But I know there is still a very big portion of my audience who enjoyed the content with Tyler in it and kind of wish he would come back, and that's never going to happen. If I lose your subscription over that, okay, I'm perfectly okay with that, because I will never give him a platform again to do anything like this ever again. So I talked about this in Discord, and I was ashamed that I haven't spoken up on this sooner, and everyone in Discord, I think, saw how it played out and was confused by it, but they saw how it played out, and now that I gave them the reason why, they understand why I did what I did back then and why I left it at that. And I appreciate those who acknowledged that I did the right thing back then and all that, because I was questioning myself on because at points I felt like I was abandoning him, but I felt at points that there was no way I could be a friend to him with doing what he did. And so I just that was reaffirming that I did what what was right there. So anyway, we're gonna get off this topic. We're gonna return to our regularly scheduled programming, but I had to make this video. So I appreciate every single one of you, and I just know I'm gonna do better in the future to make sure that we don't have that type of person around in this group ever again. I do have a very tight group of friends now, and I can, I guess, better vet and be completely 100% certain that anyone you see currently featured on the channel is not like that. The two of the three of us are fathers, and we would never want our kids to have to go through that. And the other one is as vehemently disgusting as we are. So yeah, that's it. Sorry. Sorry about rambling on and all that, but that's all I gotta say. So thanks for watching.